TC here. I'm here with a response to and an addition to a great video Marichen Lehman put up on her site yesterday as I'm recording this about where to buy vinyl. It's not always easy to find it, and a lot of people looking to get into vinyl collecting are, don't know where to start. She had some great tips, and I have her video linked in the doobly-doo down below, along with links to everything she talked about and everything I'm going to talk about. I came up, I said, hey, I have a few more ideas. I wrote Marichen, and I said, do you mind if I hop in on this? And she said, no, go ahead. So I thought I would. You can find a link to her, as I said, on below. And I'm not going to really bring up what she already talked about. I'm going to hit a few more. Starting with online record stores. There are some really great places you can buy online record stores, and we're going to take you through them one by one. My go-to place, personally, living in the Boston area, is Newbury Comics. NewburyComics.com is available. You can buy it from anywhere in the country, and it has some terrific stuff, including Newbury exclusives. They have great stuff for Record Store Day. You can go through their website and take a look at it. They'll ship to anywhere in the country. I think they ship to Canada, too. I'm not sure about overseas, but it's definitely a great place to check out, and is one of the many various record stores around the country that actually sell all over the place, not just in their local area. If you live in the Boston area, there's 20-some Newbury Comics stores, and you can go to any of them, or you can mail order on their website. Another great website to go to is roughtrade.com. Rough Trade is based out of New York. Rough Trade has a great place. I've done some pre-orders with them, which has been super smooth. Love working with them. I have another one coming actually in the next week from them. They are probably considered to be the East Coast's #1 go-to spot when it comes to mail order, when it comes to having a great store. They're just all the way around terrific. They also came up with a great idea for when they knew they'd be swamped. Their site crashed for a while during Drop 1 of Record Store Day, so for Drop 2 they put up a queue system. Worked beautifully. They really know what they're doing. They have a weekly newsletter you can subscribe to too, so you can check them out. The West Coast equivalent is Amoeba Music. Amoeba is based in San Francisco. They have a store in Los Angeles as well, and they were down for a little while because of the pandemic, and then they reopened, but their site stayed down. Now they're back up. You can get a whole bunch of good stuff. They are considered to be the best store in California now that since Tower Records closed a few years ago. They mail order to the entire country, to Canada. I believe they do to Europe also. Check out their website. They have pre-orders. They have exclusives. You can order practically any title from them, vinyl or CD. They're definitely worth checking out. There's also a number of members of the vinyl community here on YouTube that run stores, and they also offer mail order throughout most of the country. Dylan over at Noble Records has his own great site. In addition to his brick and mortar store, you can go on to his site and take a look at it. I don't know that he does a whole bunch of mail order, but he does some, and he's also out there with updates every week with new stuff he's brought into the store, new stuff he's brought into his own collection. He's a lot of fun to watch. There's also the In-Groove. The In-Groove is based out of, I believe, Arizona. They do national mail order. They are terrific. They also do regular updates for in-stores that they're putting out, new product releases and stuff. Same goes for Spin Me Round. Spin Me Round is a store in Pennsylvania, and they have some great stuff there. Great shows with their whole staff 2 or 3 times a week, and they keep you informed on what's coming up. They do mail order as well, and you can check out their website. Personally, I do a lot of business with Record Crate from North Carolina. Owner Adam Kirk has become kind of a pal of mine. He takes it a little step further. He does online sales where you can just come on to YouTube or Facebook and start bidding or make your offer on stuff that he has for sale, usually at a set price. You just grab it I have bought a ton of stuff from him in the last 2 months. He also has a great, informative, and fun daily talk show every morning around 8:30 called Coffee and Vinyl. I try to be there on the weekends. I missed it this morning because I overslept. But I try to be there on the weekends. A lot of the VC regulars I know hang out there. There's some terrific stuff. That's also a great place. If you're new to collecting, come on to YouTube, find the vinyl community, and look around. There's so many people. Not only do they show great stuff, they also offer up tips on where you can go to find great stuff, like Marichen has done, like I'm trying to do. A lot of them are terrific, and you can reach out to them too if you have a chance in their comments or whatever and ask them something, and they'll be happy to answer usually. Those are just a few of the sites online and on the VC online that have great sites to look for. Marichen mentioned a few apps that she uses. There are 3 of them that I consider are very important. First off is Discogs. I've made a number of Discogs purchases since I got back into vinyl a couple months ago, and Marichen's also had good luck with them. Check your seller's rating when you go on. They have an app that you can use right on your phone. Download it, put it in. You can find stuff on there. You can keep track of your collection. You can look for your want list and when you're at a store, and it's really a great handy thing to have. And because you're putting it on your phone, it automatically adds it to your account up there when they're on the main site online. Another site for those of you who think you're not near a record store or don't get a chance to get to a record store very often, you need the Vinyl District. The Vinyl District is a terrific app which has a finder, a record store finder built into it. Put in your zip code, it'll tell you most of the record stores that are in your general area. I know not all of them are listed because there are quite a few. I'd say they have pretty good 80 to 85% coverage of the country. And they have great listings. Most of the ones I deal with are listed there. I have found a ton of them in the Boston area thanks to this, and am planning a trip to visit them actually in person eventually once the pandemic issues go away. They also have a number of other features that you can use, and it's free. It has a small ad at the bottom of the page. It's terrific. The Vinyl District. The third one is called Record Finder. This one is both a log program similar to Discogs, and also helps you look up pricing when you're at shopping venues to see if you're really getting a good price on a really pristine copy of something. You can simply put the album in the camera viewfinder, click, and it'll pull up all the stuff they have listed and give you an idea of what kind of prices you should expect to pay depending on what kind of condition it's in. Record Finder, terrific app to have. Now we come to a controversial subject, and that is online clubs. There are 2 of them that are prominent, Vinyl Me Please and Vinyl, VYNL. And what they do is they offer once a month brand new pressings, usually of new, unheard of artists that they'll send you automatically for joining. The problem is their prices just took a huge leap, especially for our Canadian fans. Excuse me. Their prices average between $30 and $45 a month for one album. This is a bit high, and I wouldn't recommend it for brand new people coming in, but if you like to take a chance on stuff like that, maybe it's worth it for you for finding these blind buys that you might want to try out. I have not tried out either one. However, I do know people in the VC that have belonged to one or the other. Marichen herself was a big fan and is a big fan of Vinyl Me Please. But I can't honestly say I've ever tried them. Sometimes they're a little bit much for newcomers, and I think that's probably the truth. It's a shame that we don't still have access to great record clubs like RCA in Columbia. They were a great entry point into collecting. Maybe they'll come back. Now that vinyl's back, maybe they'll come back with a new way of doing things. I don't know. It would be nice. I wish they had the CD equivalent out there still too, but they don't. I belonged to Your Music for a while, which was a revamp of the RCA record club, and they went belly up in the early 2000s. They were a great place to start. It's a shame they're not around anymore. As always, don't forget to check your local thrift shops for stuff like Marichen said. You can also look around and see if there are any record shows in your area. Boston has 2 or 3 a year. I've seen some videos online recently where they've gotten back into doing them in a safe manner in the Seattle area and a few other places. Those are usually collector oriented. You're not going to find a lot of bargains, but you're going to find decent prices, fair prices in most cases, and you'll want to check that out. Boston itself, the Boston metro area, has a vinyl and book outlet store. I can't remember the name of it right now, in Burlington, where they put out all their pickups over the last week on Saturdays, and they priced the records, the albums are priced flatly, $3 a piece. On the first day they go down about 20 cents or 30 cents every day for the next week until their next shipment comes in. We haven't gotten over there yet. I have a feeling if my wife and I go over there, I'm going to spend a fortune on albums. She's going to spend a fortune on books, and we'll have nowhere to put them. But I think it'll be a lot of fun. So these are just a few more tips on other places online where you can try to find stuff, maybe experimental stuff like the clubs and stuff. Thank you for Marichen for the great inspiration for this, and as I said, there's a link to Marichen's original video and a link to most of the stuff she mentioned in it. I couldn't find a couple of the links that she mentioned in my link section, and if you've got more ideas, leave them in the comments. I have an idea rolling around in my head to put together a booklet that the VC can give to people looking for tips on how to get into collecting, and I'm sure we can all contribute some great stores, some great sites, whatever. Leave those addresses and information in the comments below, and I'll get together with you guys and hopefully with other people and see what we can put together as a guide to loving vinyl again for the first time. That didn't really make any sense, did it? I'll be seeing you soon with more videos. Until then, take care, keep buying the music, keep spinning the records, and have fun. See you later. Bye.